T1 bringing out the Braum to try and mitigate some of that engaged strength that BLG have crafted for themselves. It's a very slow and steady affair here, 6 minutes in. Dragon becomes a point of contention as the Scuttle Crab is what they're setting their sights on for now.
Ooh, Knight drops the combo there on Faker, but now Doran launching out the Ornhorn. Beishwan could be in a little bit of danger, but Bin's here ready to back him up. The equalizer's already been used. Doran very low, about to die. It's first blood over to Knight and BLG.
An ambitious commitment from Doran. Kind of what we expected them to do. Not looking to actually fight the Groves, but instead cross-map. Play more towards the Drakes. And I think it's completely fine to get yourself that Drake, because when we talk about that kind of powerful mid-game spike on the side of BLG, if you're conceding Dragons and Grubs and all of these neutral objectives, the problem you find yourself in is that you're forced into a fight when you do not want to take it. So getting that Dragon alleviates some of that pressure, but the sieging power now, thanks to these Grubs secured by BLG.
Extra gold if they can knock down a bunch of these plates, and that's going to start up here in the top lane. Doran's the target as it's a 4-man dive onto the T1 top laner, and Doran dies before the second part of the Ornhorn can come through. Beishwan's low, but close isn't good enough. Got the Rod of Ages already fully completed and stacking. The only additional item past his starter item he got was the refillable potion, but now he has to flash away. Beishwan's ready to follow. Ben's got the follow-up. The turret ain't even dead yet. Owner and Faker wanted to commit for the objective. They'll get it, but at great cost. Turret to T1, double kill over to BLG as Carry and Gumayushi trying to make a play on the Knight, but he's already back to safety.
Duo, BLG not going to waste any time. They know they're stronger, they're going to force this objective.
Yeah, T1's hanging around the area, but I think they're just going to get a front row seat to the Dragon dying. BLG pick up their second neutral objective this game. As a TP though.
This neutral objective, carriers in the area, but I really don't think T1 can look to contest this. They're a little too slow, and this objective is dying way too fast.
Yep, not only is that going to be Rift Herald for the side of BLG, but the third neutral objective secures the third and final feat, guaranteeing that BLG has the extra power on those boots as well. So
he's been left isolated a lot of this game, and you can see that resulting in the XP advantage. Now Doran caught out.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, though. Doran is only strong against magical damage. Beishwan does a lot of damage with that stick, and Knight, plenty of extra firepower to back it up there and secure the kill.
Scoreline of 5-0. The TP. Oh, a double TP, actually. They're trying to collapse onto Knight or Beishwan. I don't think they're really going to get much off the back of this. Owner, though, heavily committing onto Knight.
Yeah, T1 really want to get some kind of a punish here. Knight still trying to get away when becomes lightning slows him down. Carrier misses the winner's bite. Exhaust used to guarantee that Knight can't try to get anything back. Slows him down enough. Shut down over to Faker. 18 minutes and 51 seconds into the game. T1 gets their first kill.
State is a little bit awkward, but they find the pick that they were looking for. Without Knight, it becomes a lot harder for BLG to contest. BLG instead are setting their sights on the mid-tier 1. They want to be able to trade this neutral. They're going to pick it up.
Carrier with the Glacial Fissure trying to stop the exit of BLG there, but BLG can get away safely. They don't have to spend any summoner spells doing that. Owner still working on taking this Dragon down. And the important thing here, I think, for T1, they got the pick onto Knight at a time where they can then stop further stacking. Start up the Otacon. T1 looking to approach, but BLG is ready for him. The Otacon down to 1/3 HP. Keep your eyes on Doran. That could be the big engage, but Knight is waiting over along in the Tri-Barrage. Doran tries to fire back into him. Pressure on to Ben and Doran immediately now as the Otacon's going to be stolen away by Owner. Beishwan is low. On is already down. Gumayushi with the kill. Knight has to try to run away alongside Ben as Owner kills Beishwan too. Elk has to try to get away, and Owner is on the chase. Ben and Knight trying to escape, and T1 work their magic again.
T1 find the fight. From Knight came down onto Doran, the frontliner, the tank. Oh, BLG, though, they're responding.
Yeah, BLG thinking about this. The Unbreakable going to stop another True Shot barrage. Elk jumps in. Carrier's still low. Ben wants to burn them all up. A little bit more damage isn't there, though, as Ben gets stunned. T1 continuing their retreat. BLG trying to find anybody as the ace in the hole forces BLG to regroup to protect Knight's health bar. Needing to step away to the side here as T1 pressure forward, looking for the tier 1 turret. Doran being the front line, creating the space for Gumayushi to take the objective. The gold lead for BLG.
Well, Faker's got a 2.5 level advantage over Knight. Knight is fishing for a pick, but Owner's there to cover.
Okay, Owner trying to protect, but Owner may just have to give his life for this. Wants to dash back over to Beishuan for safety. Owner will die, and Faker's the next target. Timbers and Beishuan charging forward as On locks up the T1 mid laner, but Faker's getting away for now. Doran with a massive orb ulti over the top, and Knight's over to dead. Beishuan follows. BLG are buried in their hubris as they try and fail again to kill Faker.
If you're going to come at the GOAT, you best not miss. Topside think they get this collapse, but Doran arrives, and look at this ulti. T1 into an awkward situation, but T1 maintain their composure. On the flank.
On's looking for it, but he immediately gets counter-engaged. On has to try to get away, flashing out after using the crash down defensively as well, but a nice engage from Knight. Beishuan's ready to follow it up, and Faker's in danger. Again, though, he survives. Gumayushi with the kill into Beishuan, as Elk just barely survives the ace in the hole. Owner continues the chase, as On's about to die here too. Elk and Bin completely on the run. BLG utterly routed in their attempt at a fight. Bin will be able to teleport to safety alongside Elk. Yes, they won't die, but Vedius, there's 2 dead BLG players, there's 2 in retreat, and now the Baron's on the menu for T1.
Every attempt that is made by BLG is shut down. The idea is so good. Faker isolated in the mid lane. You think that you have the one-shot potential, but it's not quite enough.
BLG, the Ocean Dragon is the target. On wants to find some sort of an angle, but all he gets is a face full of bullets. Dorman has joined up with the rest of the team, and once again they're going to go in. This time they find the shutdown on Faker, but it costs Beishuan's life. T1 trying to regroup. They're going to claim the Ocean Soul, but what about the rest of the fight? Doran's down to a corner. Owner jumps in on top of everybody, and Gumayushi's ready to free fire. 9 and On both drop, and there's only 2 still standing for BLG. Elk on the run. Carrier ready to chase. Winner's bite, not quite enough range. And T1 finally, Faker drops, but the cost is far too great. Carrier will get picked off by Elk on the back end of the fight, but T1 is pushing 2 lanes.
BLG execute upon their game plan. The wombo combo looks so good, but at this point it feels like the T1 is just too far ahead with the soul secured as well in the extended fight.
T1 now with the soul, with the 4,500 gold lead, with the push here in the top lane. Doran with the call of the Forge God, and it's On called straight back into the grave yet again. Gumayushi unstoppable. T1 stepping forward behind the Braum, but they've stepped too far. They end up losing 1, but they are not done. A double for Guma, make it a triple. Caitlyn's on the hunt. She's locked and loaded. T1 on the victory march. Inhibitor down in the top lane as it's a 4-man push. Only Carrier died. Knight steps in. He goes for the engage, but he doesn't find anything. T1, they were behind for so long, but when they need to, they clutch it out. They'll take the Nexus turret. Faker steps in. Elk stays alive. The Nexus will not. And T1 go up 2-0.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.